this. I can just type in lion as if I was just going to add it as a keyword. But now I can go over here and say, oh, was that an African lion? Was it a lion cub? Was it lion pride, lioness, male lion? I'm going to say it's an African lion because I took these in Africa. I'm assuming that's what they mean. But what happens is once you've done that, now every single time I search for animal, that lion is going to show up. Every time I search for mammal, it'll show up, and all that kind of stuff. And when I search for things like that, let's say I just search for animal. Here, I can see these things, and I'm going to start seeing, depending on where it is, numbers on some of these. Like, for instance, I did buildings. Let's see. Oops, let me go to building, actually. Building. When I go to building, I can see that I have 5 commercial buildings in my thing. I can drill that down to what kind of building. Was it a farm building? Was it something else? I click on one arrow, and I'm viewing all the images. I mean, it makes it interesting. It'll take you a little bit of time to get used to thinking about it, but it's not as complicated as it sometimes looks. You just search for what you're thinking of, and it's going to tell you what the hierarchical relationship is. Click on what you think is best. And then if you search for anything above that in that hierarchy, can't say the word, you're going to be finding those images, and it makes it really great. So anyway, we're giving one of those away. It's something that, if I was you, I'd want it.
Yeah. It sounds like a great prize. The winner of that prize is Kim DiNapoli, and she participated on our Facebook page. Her quote was, "Wouldn't it be great to find every single fox picture you took over 20 years' time?" So, good quote. Congratulations to Kim. Thank you for the Lightroom keyword presets. And then I think we'll do a couple of questions about keywords because we didn't have a chance to do that before the break.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay. Stephanie Court Photography's question was, do the keywords stay in the metadata to potentially help with SEO or online images?
To the best of my knowledge, it does, although I'm not like a keywording expert to know what every little detail is happening. But when you create a keyword, you will see that in here is a choice when you create a keyword that says, do you want to export this containing keywords? And do you want to export synonyms that you might have typed in that aren't actually keyworded to the image, but the keyword itself has them in there as a relation. And, you know, in general, include on export. So as far as I know, this is going to include them in the file. It's just a matter of, is that in the same format that other search engines will use automatically? Not sure there, but as far as I know, this can be used by at least some of those. So, yeah.
Okay. Aaroner, plus several other people, Ben, have asked, I like the, excuse me, the parent-child keywording, but I'm confused as to how you set that up.
Okay.
Can you please explain?
To do the parent-child thing, let's say you already have some keywords set up. And in fact, let me see if I can find some things here. Okay, so let's say that you have, here's Lisa, it's a friend of mine who teaches here. And photos that she took, or photos that she are in, I'm not sure because I didn't tag these. We have 240 of them. Then here's Laura, which is my wife's sister. If I drag one word on top of the other one, then it's going to become a child of it. If I can find where to go. There it is. Now do you see it's indented from the other one? And so now Lisa is considered to be a child of Laura. That sounds kind of weird because they're not related in real life. But now if I go over here and do a search, a text search, and I search for what the parent is, which is Laura, I'm going to see both the Laura entries and the Lisa ones. Whereas, this is Lisa right here, if I undo this by just dragging her up here, so she's not on top of another one of the keywords, instead she's in between them, so I'm kind of making her so she's no longer a child of that. When I let go, watch what happens to the images. Suddenly a bunch of images disappear because I had searched for Laura and it's no longer showing me the results that were underneath that, the childs of it. So anyway, you can do it by dragging and dropping one on top of the other, or if you right click on any one, you can come in here and say create a keyword tag inside of the thing called Lisa, which means make one that is a child of it. So either drag and drop or right click and say you want to make it inside. So